I've not followed all the rules of Ramadan, but I have been fasting. Ramadan cramping and Ramadan grumpiness. We were at the vet yesterday. We put the dog to sleep. And I was talking to the veterinarian before we were going to leave. And I said, "Thank you very much." And as I was talking, another part of me was very upset and not up for talking. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor. I was just... My intellectual self was prepared for a conversation. My emotional self was hurting and wouldn't let me do it. So it made me start crying. And I had to stop talking. So then the intellectual part of me stopped the crying and physically removed me from the room. So the doctor wouldn't see me crying. Who were these people? That awareness that we are multifaceted. I love the way you smile. I love the way you hate Jews and Zionism. Doesn't sound like a love song. How many relationships have been born out of hate bonding? If you have things you love and you share in common with somebody, that's one thing. But if you have things that you hate and your bonds are built on hatred, what is that? And what happens when that source of hatred goes away? What happens to your relationship when it's born of hatred? I guess we could ask some of our world leaders, because so many of their relationships aren't born on friendship or trust. They're born on mutual hatred and mutual fear. I wrote a song about it. I'm linking it, so I would love for you to watch this video, if you haven't seen it already, called "Who Do I Have to Hate to Be Your Friend?" A terrorist love song, and I'm posting it as a video response to this video, and I'd love for you to watch it. Romantic love and married love is conditional love. You're absolutely right, because there are conditions, there are rules. I have to be faithful. I have to be a good parent and a good husband in order for our relationship to work. It is conditional. That unconditional love that the mother has for the son, or any child, a parent has for a child, it's unconditional. Even if your child ended up being a psychopathic killer, you still love your child. Parents do. But that's the way I feel about humanity. I do have conditional love and relationships. And then I have unconditional love for my children. But then furthest away, and the least passionate love, and the most simple love in my heart is unconditional love. And this unconditional love I have for killers. I have this for everyone. So, would you love someone who killed someone you loved? Yes, unconditionally. I'm not going to have them over for dinner. I don't want them out of prison, but I love them. I love them the way that God loves them. Because these children, they were innocent little gifts from God dropped on the planet. They were abused. Almost every, serial killers, haters, destructive people, they all started out as innocent babies. And life happened to them. They made choices. But so many of the most destructive people, when you hear their life stories, it's no wonder, it's no surprise how they ended up. So you can't let them out and let them be free to do more damage, but you do have to love them. I have to love them. Because I have to love them unconditionally. Because they're God's creatures, and just like we are, and under different circumstance. And maybe we'll see them again in a different light. Someday in the future. And I always hold out hope for redemption for everyone, because sometimes redemption happens. It really does. Maybe even for me. Ramadan Mubarak, number 3.
Flavor on America!